We currently have the best deal of the year live now on poodlecfb.com. If you use code FLASH, capital F, you get $65 off the annual plan, or if you use code FLASH 2025, capital F, you get $6 off the monthly plan. You unlock exclusive spreadsheets, in-depth info, and our members-only Discord. Come join thousands of other members in the fastest growing and best CFB Dynasty community out there. Don't miss out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 26 video, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over EA broke player progression in Dynasty mode. Now, we did run all these tests over on poodlecfb.com. We have an exact data breakdown, all the percentages, and exactly how much this has been impacted this year. So if you want to check out all that, make sure to head on over to poodlecfb.com. We also recently launched our spreadsheet that goes over player aggressiveness, AI, adaptive AI, as well as some of the other stuff like playing style deal breakers and how to actually come against all these deal breakers with actual data, how to improve them, how to fix them outside of what EA tells you, which doesn't exactly work. And of course, our player calculators, thousands of sheets, our master spreadsheet. We have so much going on over there. A recruiting tool we just launched to track your classes in a better way than the game tracks it. Make sure to check it out, guys. Come join the best and fastest growing CFB community out there. Come join over 1,000 members. Use code FLASH, capital F, for $65 off the annual plan, and code FLASH 2025 for $7 off the monthly plan. You won't regret it, guys. Make sure to check it out. If you need help with the tools, we are dropping a tutorial over in the Discord for everyone to watch, see how to use all the tools very shortly. But let's get into it. So to run this test, we're going to set up a few things here. First, we're going to turn off coach firing. Nothing gets me more angry than doing a test and getting fired midway. It happens all the time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play around with the manual progression XP penalty. Let's leave it on 25%. It seems to be what a lot of people have just like generically used. And let's go through what this does. So in theory, this should hurt us about 25%. So if we were to gain 10 XP tokens, or let's call it 8, you should only lose about 2 for having manual on. Now let's turn on auto progress players to off, and everything is good to go. Let's go choose our team, and let's start with the first one, which I'm going to choose it again. Why am I choosing a good school here? This says I'm just showing you how play progression works. I don't want to see a comment of show this with a small school, because that doesn't make any sense. I'm just showing you play progression. The reason I'm choosing a big school is because they have coordinators and coaches maxed out with good player development stuff, so I can actually get enough skill points to showcase it. Because if I made a video called EA broke player progression, and then I showcase a sim with Navy where everyone got 1 token, you'd be like, oh, this showed nothing. Just to clear that up ahead of time. Thank you. I'm talking candidly at this point. But we have Alabama. Let's go through it, and let's showcase a few things here. Let's start with our team. What we're going to be referring to back here when we're all said and done is going to be the amount of skill points on our team. So let's look here at our players. As you guys see, these are what they're looking like. 0 skill points across the board. Remember these overalls. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to use my 100 points on some more player development stuff. I think that's just the best way to do this. We can utilize the training window to get up some more of this. We could also utilize talent developer, either or. Talent developer is really solid because you just get more XP for things. So I think I'm going to lean this direction right now in terms of trying to showcase a few things here with talent and with skill points. Quite honestly, I really do think this is the best way to do it, because the more points we can get, the easier way it is to actually show a point reduction versus like if you had 2 skill points versus 1, it's like, was that variance? Was it not? And let's upgrade these to get us some more motivator here, and we should be good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a save point at this point so we could sim twice. So let's create a save point. I will skip this now and then go through a few things, but just to show you guys a little bit of what they did. Basically, what has happened is people are coming across, and a lot of people in my Discord have been asking me about this, who are running some tests, have been coming across a problem where they believed that they weren't getting as much skill points in season. Now, my counter to that was, while I did notice that since the first day the game came out, the difference was when I actually play the games, I get a lot more skill points. So I have realized this game, coaching points and skill points, you get a lot more when you play. If you sim a 15-year Dynasty and you barely get to level 100, you're like, oh, it's gonna take forever. If you actually play it and you're breaking records, you're getting stats, you're getting in-game coaching goals and everything else, you get that in like 10 years or 8 years. It's significantly faster. So keep that in mind too. This is just a sim. Things are faster if you actually play the game. That's been my noticeable take from people who just sim through and like, this doesn't work. But there is a noticeable difference. So let's go through. Let's create a save here. We're gonna call it 3-2. That's a simple one. 3-2 is our save point, and we're gonna come back to that in just a second. So now we're gonna sim through to the training results week, and then I want you guys to take a look at how these things differ on a few different aspects here. So let's sim. All right, so we advanced to the national championship week, and let's see what we gained in season, because this is where a lot of people are complaining about. How much are you gaining in season? So as you guys noticed, we have 0 to 1, 4, occasional gains on people. We basically gained nothing in season. So this has been the big complaint. So what I said before was, and this is with all the maxed out packages and everything, what I said before was essentially 25% reduction should basically just mean one thing. If Ryan Williams gained 4 points in season, he should really gain 3 because he lost 25% of his gains. But it almost seems to negate all the gains in season. You have the occasional guy who gets something for having like a great game, but it negates most of it. Now, like I said, if you do play the actual games and you do get like crazy games with individual players, you can still force your way through. But it seems like, at least on manual, you're basically getting destroyed in season. And you basically get no upgrades outside of the training portal. Or after the training results window and after the transfer portal. So now let's go back. Let's reload this save point. And what we're going to do this in a different way now. Just to show you guys exactly how we ran these tests. Now, we did run a few more. We did it at different variable points. So if you check out poodlecfb.com, you'll kind of see all the differences in stats over there and how we ran this. But the key thing to note here is that we did it in season with 25%. Now we're going to put it on 0. And essentially, we should only gain 1 more skill point than we were getting. So if we're getting 0, I guess we should be getting like 0.25. So really, you should see nothing. So let's set it to 0. And let's turn this off entirely. And we shouldn't change much. It should still be equally as broken in season, and we should only just get enough to go ahead and get like 1 point, basically. Only enough to get a little bit more. So we're gonna resend this again, and let's try this a second time. So we're at the National Championship week. Let's check out our rosters. Remember, we dropped it from 25% to 0. So essentially, if we got 0 and 1s across the board, we should basically only get 1 more. Correct, right? Now look at this. Ryan Williams had, I believe, 0. Now he gained 12. That is a, I want to say 1,200% increase, not a 25% increase. These guys all had 0, 1, 4. That quarterback we have, Simpson, had about 4. So he went up 5+ times. Guys, it's broken. So what we've been able to gather over with my data science team, essentially based on our testing, is that it seems to be that the way they coded this is broken. It's almost like exponential reductions or a complete reduction. It almost seems like every kind of reduction is treated as almost 100%, but only for in season. In the off season, it actually works basically fine. During the training results window, when I have it on 25%, Ryan Williams gains 50. When I have it on 0, Ryan Williams would gain like 70, but he would do it as an auto upgrade, which kind of sucks. If you have it on 50, he would gain like 25 to 30. It's more noticeable that it works there, but in the current season, like during the season, it's horrible. It really is. So we have a few things that we're workshopping on how to do this and some strategies, not to exploit this because that's the wrong word for this, but how to like take advantage and make this work for you if you still want to be a manual progression league. Some ideas such as turning on auto for the regular season, and then at the national championship week or after your last game played, per se, I'm going to test all this to make sure it works. After your last game played, you can then switch it back to manual. That way you run it properly. So the reason manual can still be left on in this instance is because it's set to 0%. So what we're gonna worry about some workarounds after this video and kind of figure this out. But basically, if your league was hell set on keeping at a percentage because they don't want to play around with it and they're leaving it at 25%, if you're in a league that has like 25% or any percentage, really, if you're in a league that leaves the percentage on, it may be best to turn on auto progress to on during the season so that you get these points. Because yeah, it sucks that you're auto upgrading, you can't pick what you get, but would you rather get random stuff that you can't pick, or would you rather get nothing? Because see, these 12 points from Ryan Williams, if you look at him, you didn't accrue this when it was on 25%. Even if he doesn't spend it on this stuff, he'll likely upgrade his hands, which he could use. He'll likely upgrade his route running, which he could use, or his IQ. But most likely he'll upgrade his hands. So he'll use that to upgrade his hands 2 to 3 times, which is an awesome upgrade for him versus not getting it at all. And then the offseason strictly relying on that. So what I recommend, again, I'm going to do some testing. I'll make a video going over like my best practice for getting around this. But it sounds like right now it would just be to put auto on during the season and then off. Now, if you are in a league where it's set to 0, you can leave it on manual. But if you have any kind of percentage, I'd say any kind, like even 2, 3, 4, 5%, I'd basically would just turn it on auto for the regular season because this is kind of egregious. As you guys saw in the other test, we had absolutely nothing. Now, you can even combine this with another advance now to the training results window and just see how much more you'd end up getting, because it's just like, it's kind of insane how hindered you are being using this. Now, this is where I kind of get a little mad with EA because they had a lot of planned updates that should fix a lot of the problems, but it seems like a lot of the new features are broken. I'm gonna go over a video again with all this stuff, but as it stands, player progression is broken in CFB 26. Be very careful, because think about how your floor and ceiling are hurting here. I always bring it back to floor and ceiling. If you have manual on during the season with the percentage on, you're essentially losing 1/4 of your entire year's progression. And imagine if we played those games. That's where it gets crazier. Like if I had played those games, how much am I being hurt? How much am I actually being, that's really nice. You got to lead. But how much am I being hurt if I'm actually playing these games and I could have got like 20, 25 points with Ryan Williams. Instead I'm getting 12, or I'm really losing 25 because I would have gotten 0 otherwise, right? I got 12 in a sim. I maybe could have gotten 20, 25 if I played, but what if I just get like the 0, 1, 2, 3? So your floor is being hurt. Your ceiling's being hurt. Now think about this. If you're in a league where some guys run auto, some guys are running auto, they're not only outgrowing you by the 25% in the offseason, they're outgrowing you by 100% in season. So you're really going to fall behind those auto guys. And if you're in a league that has like 75% or something crazy like 50% plus, you may really benefit from auto, especially people don't really understand this or know how this works. But let's look at this now. Ryan Williams has 94 points. This is why I put Talent Developer on and maxed it out, so you guys can kind of see like what things look like when you have it. Ryan Williams has 94 points. I did a sim off camera with these save points to show myself what it would look like before showing you guys. And in my first sim, where I didn't utilize this, I had manual set to 25%. I gained 50 total points at Ryan Williams. Just about. I gained 94, so I got double. In a league where 25% was I tested it with 25%. In a league where 25% was the threshold that I set it to, he gained half the points. That's 50%. That's crazy, because you're losing your in-season and then you're getting hit with the 25% out of season, which makes sense. You're essentially losing 12 to 20 in-season, then you're going to lose another 25 out of season for the half, or the 25%, the quarter of it, or about 15 or so. When you add it all up, you lose the 50. This is crazy, guys. And what the worst part is that a lot of people may not know, or they may have an idea that that is a thing. And where I really get annoyed is the margins of the guy who is just sitting on auto and getting 100 plus a year while you're getting 25, 30, and you're getting that disparity, especially if they have packages. That's where people are going to really fall behind. And this is a game where you do not want to fall behind. It is very hard to get out of that hole in a competitive league when you fall behind. Hopefully this helps you guys out. I have 2 videos coming off of this. One's going to be the best ways to get around this and the best ways to kind of set yourself up for max player progression. I'll also probably make a video going over a lot of my gripes and things that are having issues right now and kind of what you can do to get around those as well. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see all these data studies, all of our tools, and honestly be a part of the know. Like I said, what bothers me the most that a lot of people don't even know some of these things, and they're just mindlessly playing, loading up after work, and just kind of getting killed by other people. If you're in poodlecfb.com, you don't got to watch a video. You don't got to be searching things all day. All you're seeing is a Discord that's going to have TLDRs, data labs, announcements, mentions all day for you to just be like, you're at work real quick, like, oh, player progression's broken. Cool, I know what to do. You don't have to think about it at all, and that's really the greatest thing of poodlecfb.com. It keeps you up to date, constant, without you having to put in any work while we're doing it all for you. Check it out. Code FLASH, capital F, get you $65 off the annual plan, and code FLASH, capital F 2025, get you $7 off the monthly plan. Make sure to check it out. Come join thousands of members in the best and fastest growing CFB 26 community. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.